Hi. So today I'm going to show you how to initialize the whole system so you can run the algorithm, or the algorithms, whatever, on the robots. So the initial setup, of course, you're going to need to turn on the computer. And notice that there's a small USB device in the front of the PC, so just unplug this, replug it back in. This connects the Logitech joystick. Specifically QBP CTRL6. If you look behind the joystick, you're going to see that. Next, you're going to want to check the cameras, make sure that they're all dimming on and off blue. If they're not dimming on and off, you might need to look at the switches behind you on your right and unplug them, replug them. So this is, and then you're gonna wait a few minutes so that they're all set up, and then you should be ready for the next step. The lights won't be dimming on and off yet. There's going to be a small flashing green light behind one of them, but behind them. But so once that is done, then you can start opening up the software. First thing to do, you open up Motive. So I already opened it up, so it's right here. When Motive is on, the LEDs on the camera should all be a steady blue. And here in this area here, you're going to see that it's tracking the number of cameras, and you're going to see the robots here with their ID. So you can just minimize that, keep it running in the background, very important, but you won't need to do anything with it anymore. So now that that's done, you're going to open up 3 instances of MATLAB. And specifically, you're going to open up MATLAB R2023A. So there's other versions on here. This is the one you want. The other ones are not compatible with the Quark. So once that is done, you have your 3 instances here. You're going to want to first navigate to the QBP-MAML folder. So that's wherever you unzipped the files. And once you're in there, you open up the first instance, and here you want to open Union. Once you're in the second one, you want to open the Control Center. And in the third one, you want to open Agent. Make sure that they're open here in order: Union, Control Center, Agent. The reason for that is simply so you don't get confused later, and you always know exactly which Simulink is linked to which MATLAB. Once all of this is done, actually, before that, this is going to take a few minutes. So at this point, you're going to want to go turn on the robots that you need turned on. See, so of course you plug in the batteries, you turn on the robots. On the big number on the robot is their ID. This ID is saved on the robot's hard drive in a file called bot.id. The file contains a single digit, 1 through 6. Same thing for the drones. I think it's 7 or 8. I'm not 7 and 8. I'm not sure, but or 11 and 12. So this file is critical. Everything relies on it. If the file's not there, nothing's going to work. So if you ever need to reinstall the operating system on a robot, make sure that that file is there and that it's linked to the right robot. So otherwise, you don't need to touch that. You can just forget about it. Well, you're going to be using the ID. you don't need to know that it's located on the computer. So now in each instance, so we go in the first instance here, you want to navigate to utilities. And the second instance, navigate to utilities, and third instance, navigate to utilities. Now you can forget about MATLAB, and we are only going to be using Simulink from now on to create something. So, all right, next step, check the bot connections. So by this point, all the robots should have booted up. So you use this file here, check bot connections, to make sure that everything is right. So in this case, I have robot 1 through 4 that are online, and 5 should not be online. So I'm not sure why it says 5 is online. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, okay, that was a bug. So just make sure that the robots that you want online are online. Once the ping tests are completed, you can close this. If they weren't online, wait 30 seconds, start again. If ever you notice that it's taking an unreasonably long time, go check on the robot to see if it's showing an IP address. If it's not showing an IP address, if it's stuck on the Quanzer screen, you will need to reboot it. So start by pressing the button and see if it works, if it shuts down. If it doesn't seem to be doing anything, hold the button for 15 seconds. And if that doesn't work, then you might need to unplug the battery and replug the battery and reboot like that. Quanzer is aware of this issue. Probably will need a follow-up, so try to log the times that it happens in case it starts happening more often. All right, so next, so now you want to start everything. So what this does here, we can just go in it. So basically this opens up this file here, the custom driver physical, and also the agent file here. These are located in the utilities, and so we have the agent file here, and we have let's organize this by type. Yeah, we have the agent file here, and the driver file is actually located in here. If you didn't change, if you didn't move here in utilities and you compile the agent, so let's say we are back here and you compile the agent, you're going to have the agent file that's going to be here. But when you run the start everything, it's going to run the file here, which means you're going to be running an obsolete version of the agent file. You don't want that, which is why it's important that you always navigate to utilities. All right. Right, is there anything else? So, okay, now we are at running the union models. I'm just gonna give an example of what happens if here I try to run this. So it won't work, and it won't work because it's not finding the files that are in utilities. So there we go, we have an error. So when you get this error, it's because you're not here. So now you can run it again. It runs. So this model, you can just minimize it. You will not be touching it ever. It's running in the background. It's essential, but you don't need to worry about it. next we have the control center here. So you do monitor and tune. Now at this point, if you didn't unplug and replug the joystick, you're going to get a compile error saying that there's an error, saying that it's not connected. So you just need to unplug it and replug it. This can take up to maybe a minute and a half before it's running. Okay, and don't need to worry about that yet. We're going to see that in the next video. At this point, you have the union model running, the control center running, all the robots are on. Oh, actually, in my case, I didn't do it. So here, I'm going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So first activates the drivers, activates the models, and then once that's done, so everything should be working. So in the next video, we're going to see how to actually use this system.